Alright, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How is it going? I am Is There No One Else, and the video I'm bringing you today, we are going to do something a little bit different. Video in the back is just, some clips, if you guys wanted to watch that instead of hearing me talk, but I've been thinking about this for a little bit, and trying to figure out the logistics, and now that I feel like I kind of have a framework for what I want to do, I wanted to announce it. I want to host a 4v4 tournament on Xbox NA. I think it would be a lot of fun to go about doing. I think this game really excels in a small-scale environment. Obviously, if it's not lagging, large scale is fun. Obviously, dueling's fun, but I'd like to do a 4v4 tournament. And it's not going to be anytime soon. It's probably not going to be in the next couple of weeks. I got a bunch of stuff coming up here in November. We have a new DLC. There's a double XP event going on right now. People are grinding characters, getting new stuff. Like, it's just not feasible. And then we have Thanksgiving. There's not going to be people around for Thanksgiving. So I want to plan for sometime in December for a 4v4 tournament. Now, depending on how big it gets, well, before we get into that, my vision for this, guys, is I don't want any support classes. I don't want a healer. I don't want a negate tank. I don't want a snare, defile build. I don't want stuff like that. I want this. I'm not saying you can't run snares, and I'm not saying you can't run defiles. I'm just saying, you don't make a tank, and bring into it. What I want, guys, is I want to make a very cutthroat 4v4. And so I want it to be bursty. I want it to be fast-paced, with people, essentially hanging on by a thread. And so you're not going to have a support class helping you out. This should eliminate, people from turtling up and tanking down, because nobody wants to watch a 4v4 where it's literally just 4 Magplars versus 4 Petsorks, and you have 4 Magplars stacking heals on each other, and you have Petsorks stacking mines, dropping Atros. Nobody wants to see that. So I would like to get, something like that. And so my rules for this, when I come up with this, and I'm coming up with it right now or thinking about it, I don't want that type of gameplay to be involved. And so I'm going to try to come up with rules. I want people to be able to play how they want, but, want to do whatever I can to make sure, hey, this is going to be fun to watch. We have a Stam Necro, we have a Stam Nightblade, we have a Magplar, and we have a Magsork, and they're just going at it. I think that'd be a lot of fun to see that type of gameplay. So, those are kind of my thoughts for it, and so I'm going to try and build it around that. And so with that being said, guys, one of the ideas I do have, and a couple other people chimed in on as well, is we're not going to allow people to stack the same class. So if you're in a four-man group, you can't have more than one Magplar. You can't have more than one Stam Nightblade. You can't have more than one Magsork. It helps prevent the stacking of certain things, which can make group play kind of annoying. And it's not just I know some people that are Magplars are going to be like, oh, this is a direct attack at us. Well, it's not just you guys. It's Petsorks. Do you really want to run across a 4-man group of really stealthy, ganky Nightblade just coming in with Shadow Image, trying to gank the shit out of one of you and then backing out? I think it's cool if we have a variety in there, and so I think it helps prevent a lot of that off healing. I think it helps prevent, like I said, people kind of getting bottled up in that. So don't want any tank builds, so I'm going to do a requirement on nothing over 30k health. We'll have a timer in place, but honestly, guys, with no support builds, people are going to die. People are going to die pretty quickly. If you are turtling up and for whatever reason it goes for too long, we'll just have, I'll make the final call. And one of these questions was just brought up on my YouTube channel. They're like, well, what happens when you have, two, let's say hypothetically, 2 Ebonheart Pact groups, 4-man groups, make it to the final? Well, they can't play each other, because they're both Ebonheart Pact. The 2 options I have for that right now, and I'm open to hear other ideas that are better, but these are the ones I've thought of. Most people have classes on other alliances. Most people do, So if you can get a 4-man group that has a yellow, both. Like you have a yellow Stamplar and you have a blue Stamplar, and then your buddy has, you know, a yellow Nightblade and a blue Nightblade, and like you can get a 4-man group that way. That would alleviate a lot of those issues. I'm not telling people that they should go out and make new classes. I just know that naturally a lot of people have this, and so I think it should, you know, solve that situation. And so if you have that, I would recommend like creating, you know, joining this tournament with that type of class, you know, with the ability to switch factions. If we cannot switch factions, you know, and you guys are true Ebonheart Pact all the way, and you could never envision yourself playing yellow, and you could never envision yourself playing blue, why should you switch factions? Because clearly Ebonheart Pact is superior. You guys have the 2 teams in the championship game. Totally get it. So in that situation, the reason we don't have support classes is your 4 people are going to duel the other team's 4 people. And so literally, we're just going to stack it up. And so we're going to have one person duel one person, and then we're going to go down the road. And if, for whatever reason, the tiebreaker splits, we have 2 winners and 2 losers. The 2 winners duel each other, and then basically we'll get down to a point to where there's only one, and then that person will decide who's the winner of the 4v4. And so kind of make your builds catered towards also being able to 1v1. And so I think in that situation we're going to eliminate a lot of builds. You know, if for whatever reason you had to have a tiebreaker and you were running a very tanky setup that couldn't kill anything one-on-one, you're going to be kind of a crutch for your team. And so those are kind of my pseudo thoughts right now, guys. Obviously they're subject to change. Obviously we got a ways out, but I wanted to gauge interest from the community. And you know, if we get a large amount of people in this, I will obviously have to ask people to, you know, help me commentate and maybe get a couple fights going at the same time. You know, maybe somebody can watch a couple fights and then I can watch a couple fights as well, and we could just get the streamline. Maybe we'll do it over the course of a couple days. I don't know yet. Like, this is just to gauge interest. If we only get like 4 teams, that'll make it super easy. It'll make it super fast. If we get 20 teams, I can do it, guys. I'll set it up. We'll get it done. It just may take more than one day, and I want to get it all. I want to get it all out there. So if you're participating, I want to get, you know, gameplay from, you know, other points of view. So not just me watching it, but maybe from one of your team members. You know, if the fight doesn't go for too long, maybe you guys can clip it and send it to me, and I can, you know, show the fight from the winning and losing perspective. You know, kind of do some commentary afterwards on, you know, what happened, where it went wrong, or, you know, where it succeeded. You know, those sorts of things. So I'm pretty excited about this, guys. As I said, we have a long ways out. We have a double XP event. And so if a lot of people are excited about this and they want to participate and they want to, you know, meet other people in the community and just have, you know, some bare knuckle fucking brawling and just play around and, you know, kill a bunch of people with, you know, whatever, I think that's what we should do. I don't think we should put a cap on skill level. I think if you want to play and you're a PvE person and whatever, you should come in and just enjoy a 4v4. Like, you should just come and play it. Like, that's how you get into it. I've had off topic, but people ask me this all the time. They're like, hey, you know, how do you 1vx? Well, you get your shit pushed in. Like, if you want to get good at 1vxing, you get your shit pushed in. Like, a lot. You fight outnumbered a lot, you die a lot, you learn from your mistakes, and you move on. If you guys want to get into PvP more and you just don't think you're very good and you don't want to hop into, you know, a 4v4, you just have to do it. Hop into it. You know, you're going to die. Who cares? We all die. You know, there's only going to be one winner. So don't let that hinder you guys. If you're excited about it, talk to your friends. You know, maybe look into, you know, with the double XP event, maybe look into, you know, making a class really quick. We're probably about 4 to 6 weeks away from a potential tournament anyways, so there's plenty of time if you wanted to go that route. If not, you know, just, you know, get ready for 4v4s, and if you get that far, get ready for a duel with the same build that you're going to bring in. So those are my thoughts. Thank you for watching, guys. Let me know what you think. Comment in the section below. Have a nice day.